Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to lavenderDoesTarot. And in today's pick card reading, I'll be giving you guys advice and channel messages according to your situation, and that's the thumbnail what you need to hear. So stay tuned and pick any one of the pile or card over here. So this is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. So either you could be drawn to more than one card, and that is okay, as long as you feel resonated and you're getting the clarity that you need. That's all I wanted to give out in this reading. So I'll see you guys in your pick a card, and the timestamps are already below. Hello, pile number 1. If you guys picked up this card, this is the Ten of Swords. Welcome to your reading, and I would want to say, like, this is the collective general reading, so of course take what resonate and leave the rest. So this card, if you picked or if you felt resonated, this card is going to tell me about your energy and what you have been going through. So this is a Ten of Swords, and let me just tell you, looking at this again, it's a very heavy energy. And it is about, like, you guys have completed the karmic consequences or any karmic cycle that was like over and over. Either you decided to end something or something that has ended and you weren't prepared for it. And one thing about this card, I'm getting a lot of channel messages, so for you guys I'm gonna tell one by one. I'm looking at this card's illustration, and you can see the woman, like, I hope you can see, yeah, the woman is standing and still looking forward. And if I look at the traditional card, you know that man is dead. It's laid down with the Ten of Swords all over his body. But one thing I like about this is that even though the energy is really heavy, and I know you guys have been, like, went through a lot, and I want to give you guys, like, the huge hug that, it's okay. We are done with it. Let's just move forward. And I think, like, you guys, if you guys are alone and have faced alone, like, congratulations. Like, you guys are so strong. I want to say you guys are really strong. Look at this woman. She's looking ahead. She's not, like, looking at what she has lost. She's like, okay, like, okay, this ended. Now I have to move on anyway. So I do feel like energetically, you guys have let it go. And another thing about the Ten of Swords is, like, you guys are, having the spark, like, okay, if I lost a loved one, I'm gonna get another lover. If I have lost this job, I'm gonna get something else. Or if you have lost someone, like, dear to you that has expired or something, like, that you guys are happy, like, their soul is at peace and you guys are moving forward in that sense that I'm able to pick up. But again, looking at these birds, I do feel like you guys have anxiety in your body, and I'm able to feel it. Okay, like, I'm able to channel all of this, and I do feel like for some of you guys do not understand where these fears and anxiety are coming from. I don't want to say those are coming up from the past. I do feel like if you guys are feeling weird lately, and all of a sudden there is like flashbacks of, like, your past that was really traumatic. I never invite any energies like if you guys have been SA. Okay, I never invite these type of energies, but I am getting, like, for some of you, if you have went through this, extremely sorry for that, but you guys are extremely strong. I want to say again, like, the message is repeating. You guys are strong. You guys are worthy. You guys are loved, and you guys are, you guys are moving forward. And being motivated. It's not like you guys are getting into spiral, or you guys have been in a spiral or in depression, but you guys have come out of it somehow. Because I'm looking at this woman, she's like, yep, she's thrown her back at that situation and she's looking forward. That's what the energy is coming. And I'm also getting a little warnings about, like, this bird. Like, I can see the birds are like a messengers, right? So that's giving me, like, if you guys have been chatty or have been telling something to someone, I'm getting, like, the vibes that you shouldn't trust this. I'm not getting malicious intent, but I'm feeling like this person feel kind of happy, like, you went through all this, and it's like this person has the other person, not you. That person has some sort of FOMO in them, and that's why they are this way. So this is one warning specifically I was getting. So if you guys were able to resonate, of course that person's gonna pop up in your mind as I say it. So you'll know. So I'll just shuffle out tarot and get some advice. And if you were able to resonate with this card, then this is going to be your reading and what your guides or maybe your higher self want to say to you, or, you know, maybe it's the advice from the universe. So I'll just shuffle the cards real quick, and I'll just channel the messages that are coming forward. So, Spirit for pile number 1, can you give them some advice? Their spirit guides. And also, I have my eyes closed, so if I mess around a bit, please excuse me for that. I don't know what my hands are doing. I'm just trying to channel. Okay, I think, like, I hope, yeah, you got one card. That's the Hanged Man. Okay, if you guys have been feeling stuck, or you're like, why the hell am I going through the situation, especially if you're getting flashbacks of your past memories, this is for you guys. Like, I feel like the hanged man, sorry, is someone that is kind of rigid and is not, and this is the main energy, okay? Like, this is a major arcana, so this has more influence on you guys. That's how I see it. So when this card is coming upwards, and it is like you guys, like, if you guys are in this Tennis Force energy and you guys are still facing like the cycle, I feel like you guys have bottled your emotions down, and our brain, our human brain is like, hey, listen, that is like you guys being in survival mode, and your brain is like, hey, listen, like, you know what, the situation can come up anytime, let's just be prepared, let's just get our armors and everything down. That's how our brain is. So you guys are in a survival mode. That's what I'm getting. So I feel like you guys really, I think, like, I would definitely advise you guys to take therapy. Again, like, I can understand like how therapy is expensive, but I would not recommend you guys to like go and talk to people and tell about it, because I don't think like the people around you, you might not feel understood. Like, what you're going through, they might not understand it, or they might be like, hey, listen, you gotta get through it anyways, right? And then again, in your energy, like, you guys are still in the hanged man position. That's like you guys being stuck. And it is like you guys are going to lay down hanged completely entire life. You don't care, but I think like other people are trying to tell you, but I think like you guys are taking it in a way like, you're not able to understand the situation, then why are you telling me this? I do feel like the advice is to really take therapy and to get out of it. That's what I'll say. And I'll give you comforting advice. And again, if I was there with you guys, I would really give you a hug, and I'll make you really understand that it's a phase. Take it as a phase. And of course, our human brain is, of course, going to like see, because you guys have been scarred, right? So it's going to make sure that you are not scarred again. That's like your brain trying to be in that protective mechanism. So I can understand, especially, again, this kind of reminds me of, if you have any mental illnesses, that is like PTSD, post-traumatic complex disorder, is that what it, or maybe ADHD. Like, I am getting this, like, I'm channeling all this, and I got reminded of it. So yeah, I do feel like you guys really need professional help, and you guys need to walk out of it. Like, I feel like you guys might be waiting, like, this woman's kind of waiting for some sort of medical. That's not how healing is, guys, and I'll be really honest. And this might sound a little, something that nobody tells you, but in the healing stages, of course, healing is painful, especially if you have went through like really traumatic incidents. But the thing is, I want to say, like, you live with it and you learn. When you learn and you allow your body to feel safe again, that's healing. Like, you coming back to yourself and making sure and ensuring your body that we are safe. That's how I have been through my healing phases, and that's how I am okay. But I can understand if you guys have any of those mental illnesses that I told, that it is difficult, and that's why I told, like, you guys need professional help. And for some of you, if you guys are like, where is this suddenly coming from, I do feel like this is again because of hidden fears, shame, society pressure and all that, I think like you guys need to sit down one day and note that like how I think like you have seen this again. It was so trendy, manifestation and writing shadow work in a child. People had so many thoughts to say about it. Like you can go, and I wouldn't recommend watching them. I would just be like, if you go, let's just say like you guys went through bullying. And of course, when you go to bullying, you're like, why the hell would you hate me just because I look like this, right? So, again, these people are uncomfortable in their own life and they're just projecting onto you. So, again, it is like first forgiving yourself and then forgiving others, because forgiving others is really like easy, I would say, but again, then you bottle those emotions down and suddenly it comes up and it is really hard to process. It is like your human brain might be like, you need to process these emotions. Like I would just say, if you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like crying, yelling, just do it. That's also I want to say. Like, don't be in this hangman position where you're bottling down and listening to others and not doing anything. This is just going to leave you more and more into a darker place. Okay, the next card we got is the Four of Cups. Again, this is another message that don't ignore these type of emotions that are coming up. Pile number one, of course it's going to be painful, and I understand that, but I do feel like you guys need to process it. I do feel like your spirit guides might be hinting you, like they might be hinting you or sending you angel numbers like, hey, listen, you need to do this. If, for example, if you're getting any opportunities to do meditation, take it, don't miss it. If you're being hinted whatsoever, like this is, again, your guides are hinting you that you really need to clear up this emotions. And I do feel like because of this, you guys have created a big blockage, and that's the reason why you're vibrating on a lower level. Can you give them more advice, Spirit? Your spirit guides? Pile number one's higher self. Can you give them advice for the collective people? Okay. We got a lot of cards, so I'm just gonna ask them to give me one by one. And I'm getting number 3-3, like the cards are coming out in a 3-3 order, so 3-3 number can be significant. Again, I got 3 cards and I'm trying to pull out one, but again, look, I'm getting 3 cards, and that's the reason why I'm putting it again, but I'm going to accept these cards anyways, because these are coming out in order. So 3-3 number is significant, guys. So, oh my god, I don't think like I can fit all this in. I'm trying to. So 9 of Swords again talks about anxiety. Again, I do feel like 9 of Swords is also about dreams. So I do feel like you need to pay attention to your dreams. What dreams are you guys seeing? So I think like you should start making your own dream journals. Or for people, I'm again getting like, if you guys are like consuming substances, I think like that is destroying, I think like that's making your energy more scattered, and it's making you vibe like on an energetic level. If you're vibrating pretty low, I would recommend like to put control on it. I do feel like if you guys have been doing this, it is affecting your sleeping habits. It's kind of affecting your, I do feel like if, yeah, do pay attention. Like if you guys are not able to sleep and you're like sleeping more than usual, or you're getting like sleepy pretty early, let's just say like you sleep at 12 o'clock and you're like sleepy and you sleep at 9 and you just wake up having 12 hours of sleep. Now for some of you, I would recommend doing that, because when our body is asleep, it's like our body is sending us, hey, listen, let me rest, let me heal. So I do feel like if you guys have been sleeping a lot, I would just say that's a good sign that your brain is trying to process emotions, and your body is tired. I would definitely say that. So if you're getting feverish and if you feel a little tired, just allow your body to rest, because our brain is already doing the job while it is sleeping. So it is just processing all those emotions. And the High Priestess is about you already knowing I do feel like you guys are aware at a certain level, and that's your guides trying to say. Like, you guys are aware of all of this, and you need to understand that what you're going through is just a healing process, or I would say spiritual awakening. Like, you guys are being awakened onto a new possibility, and there's a wheel of fortune. I feel like this phase you guys are trying to say, and I would also say that it is just a small phase where you guys are learning, and I feel like if it's prolonging for a longer time, it is because maybe it's because you're neglecting it, and that's the reason why you're not able to reach this higher level of awareness. I would also say, like, you guys are very intuitive, and I think that you need to really trust your gut because of the high priestess. Like, like, high priestess is knowing of all unknowns, I would say, and she's the reason. That's the reason she came up. That is like making you aware that whatever is happening to you, either your body is aware subconsciously and you need to just allow that to happen, or it is like trying to make you aware that, hey, listen, you need this, you need attention bit in this area of your life. And the wheel of fortune is like, this is just like, a bad time. There's happiness coming for sure. Another thing I want to say, wheel of fortune is like a positive shift in whatever your situation. Like, this is like the 10 of swords to again, we have number 10 here and we have number 10 here. So this is again 10-10, completion of a cycle. That's what, and spirit guys want to tell, like, hey, listen, like, do not prolong this and give your body a bit of attention. Don't be self-critical. And of course, having anxiety and all this just enables this type of behavior. But it is like you need to pay attention and you need to, like, I would say, seek medical advice and go to therapy, and that's where you can get a lot more in depth. But it is like, you guys know, do not ignore it. You need it, and that's when this positive new chapter is going to like awaken. Again, at the end we have the wheel of fortune. So remember, guys, you have a positive shift coming for sure. This is like telling me, when you get in this high priestess energy and completely embodying her, that's when you're gonna get this next big shift in your life. Again, there are 3 major arcanas that are influencing this spread, so I would just say so. Now I would like to get some advice, one advice from this moon oracle card that I have for you. I'm just shuffling, making sure that your energy is being a bit aligned with this deck. I'm also getting a message, like, not all your thoughts are your thoughts. So you gotta pay attention to your thoughts and to your dreams. Okay. We have got the energy is gaining momentum. This is again very highly coming with the wheel of fortune. I would want to say, like, you guys, again, this is like energy gaining momentum, and we have the crescent moon. I would definitely tell you to meditate. And at the back of the deck, we have surrender to the divine. Again, this is like, whenever I look at this card, I always get like you guys are grinding over something, and the advice is to, like, stop and chill, cool down. That's the energy I'm able to get. And surrender to the divine, it's again like, trust the process. Universe is not punishing you. I do feel like for some of you, you guys might feel like the life is kind of against you at this moment, but it is not. It is not, and this is just an advice. And this card means, again, this card also means that there is a positive shift coming. Just keep moving forward. That's the message from this card. I just feel like for, like, the cards that you got, I'm gonna read the book out for you. Okay, we got the page. During the waxing moon cycle, hope spring eternal, this card is very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality that you're dreaming of, though it can take some work and you're not quite there yet. And yes, you guys are not quite there yet, and this is the advice, like, do not ignore the emotions or anything. Like, this is again a positive shift. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make a courageous commitment to take more practical step towards your goal. Whichever you decide, you are the most certainly on the right track. I know I'm headed in the right direction. This is the attuned to the moon, the message on this card. And again, I was saying like keep moving forward. This is also the meaning of this card. And surrender to the divine is like, you know, if you guys have been, again, I always see this card as grinding, and then we got like surrender to the divine. Like just surrender, just trust whatever is happening, and then you're gonna look forward. And of course, if you guys are like still a student and you guys are going through these hurdles, I can understand that. But you know, when we look back at it, I feel like personally, whenever I look back at any situation, I am very grateful, because if I never gone through that, I wouldn't have been evolved today, you know? This is, again, we gotta understand that this is for evolving. Before I take the angel numbers for you guys, I would want to take some chakra so we can be more specific about what you need to be aware of. So I bought this new oracle deck, and I really loved the way it can tell and where you need to focus more on healing. So for, oh god, pile number 1, can you give them some advice or something that they need to know for the collectives for watching this video? Okay, move on to this. We have facade. Okay, this is again, oh, this, I just got something like, I heard something like, it was like having a forgotten childhood or a neglected or not able to get the usual pleasures of the childhood. And this is what the card means. Like, you can see this old man, he's holding this child's hand, and he's in this clouds. He's like in a nostalgic mode. I do feel like if you guys have been, where should I keep it? I'll keep it here. If you guys have been feeling like, of course, and if you're an adult and you're like, I was not able to get these type of toys when I was a kid, go for it. What are you thinking? Go for it, buy it. It's going to, I think like this could be, again, you need to focus on your inner child. I do feel like your inner child, if you were like growing up alone and you have been like holding so much on your back, first of all, this energy, this acknowledgement is needed. Like, you need to acknowledge that you're also a human being and you need the pleasures of life, especially if you did not get those pleasures which you usually get in your childhood. That's like playing around with friends. I think like for some of you, you guys could have been like an outcast. You might have felt like an outcast, and that's really sad. And I would want to say, like, you know, just do it. Just go for it. Even if it looks childish, guys, why do you care about the society? They're gonna judge anyways, right? They're gonna judge anyways. Even if you're perfect, they're still gonna judge, and people are gonna still find points to like correct you and still mold you into perfect. Okay, so I want to say, like, forget about it. Just go. If you're like, I want to go swimming, but, and that is like, how can I go swimming? Just go for it. Just don't think about anything. Don't overthink anything. Just go for it. That's this card. This is this facade card. And again, I'm getting like a very pointy energy, guys. So please do not go for any society norms, and don't allow these people to tell you like, hey, you're grown up, you cannot do this. Like, come on. I never, like, if I was in your position, I would have been still buying toys for myself, and I wouldn't have not been ashamed. You know, is because I never got those type of pleasures. So I would take that, and that's just an example. You can just take it to the way it resonates. We also got completion, which means in this card, again, this man has been the story in this card is always about this man, and the advice I'll give you from this card is like, you're a great warrior. This card talks about soldier and warrior. Like, you guys are a great warrior in life. Just know that. You guys are strong. Again, the message is repeating. You are strong. You are capable. And of course, the world is going to remember you for so many things, and may not also remember you for so many things, you know. But know that you guys are acknowledged. You guys will be acknowledged in the future. And you know, you guys are in that cycle, and you know, do not go for like, oh, I wanted to be known for this, but I'm getting known for this. You know, so it be. Just move forward. So it be. But at least you're leaving certain lessons on this earth. That's why we are born, right? We are born to come here, leave our essence on this world, our story, so that it can be like an advice for the next generation. But this again, the card is like, you know, you're gonna be known for a good person, and you are a good person, I would say, and just leave the world. And again, this is again about society and pointing needles again. I just feel it in my body. So I'm just going to say, like, forget about it. Like, again, people are gonna find ways to point out the like this very tiny mistakes and make it huge. So you don't have to care, in my opinion. So that's the advice I'll get from this deck. And the yellow one, the yellow color represents our solar plex chakra. So that is again about having our intelligence, our intellect, and also, and again with the intellect, we also have the sword cards over here. So you guys really need to acknowledge and communicate those areas of your life and move forward. So I hope this reading is helping you out. I hope so. If not, I think like you would have clicked off already. Anyways, for pile 1, can you give them some angel numbers? Also, if you see angel numbers, just know that your guides are communicating with you. They are with you and they love you. And even I love you guys, because, and again, I would have given you a huge hug. And I would have told you, hey, listen, if I was everything and all knowing, first of all, I would have definitely helped you guys out. But for now, I can just give you advice and just keep yapping on the screen. And again, I also get this again when I'm saying, like, I'm saying this with love. So if you guys have never felt love, it's not that way. You are really lovable. I'll say that. And it's a very specific message as well. So if you guys do feel that way, just know that this reader who's reading, I love you guys. Okay, can you get one card out? It's taking a lot of time to get the cards out. Can you give them the card? 2, we got relationships, and I am getting like it's kind of related to friendships. Or it is like you need to communicate and go out and not care, like I said. Relationship, community, partnership, connection, support, friendship, new beginnings. Reflect on the role in your relationship. This card may be signaling that you need to support of a community to overcome any challenges. That is again therapy, I was saying. Or that you're ready to embrace a new friendship or a new meaningful partnership. In what ways can I strengthen my current relationship or open myself to new connections? Or, you know, you can make your connection to yourself, because I do feel like you guys could be a bit disconnected. Reach out to someone today who could use your support or explore new social opportunities that align you with values. And I don't know, did my light flicker or something? Because I felt it flicker. I don't know if you can see it on camera. And it always flickers when I do readings. I don't know why. Another card. I'll pull 3 for you guys. Again, 2 number can be so significant because I pulled out 2 cards again. I was deciding to pull 1 card from each oracle, but I just felt to take 2. So 2 number could also be significant, and we got that angel number, and now I could pay attention to it. So I feel like you guys need to pay attention too to angel numbers. That could be another sign. I'm gonna give them advice, pile number 1. Okay, we got self-belief. So self-belief, confidence is number 17. Hope, change, courage, leap, path forward. You may feel stuck or fearful, perhaps even in despair, thinking that there's no way forward. This card reassures you that the path starts with you, of course, what I was trying to say, and you are ready for a life-changing leap forward, and that's the Wheel of Fortune. Yay! You guys are going forward, and you're gonna have a big future. So look at the bigger picture, okay? What fears are holding me back, and how can I overcome them to lead towards positive change? Identify one area where you feel stuck and where you also feel small, okay? And take a small but significant step towards overcoming this obstacle, believing in your ability to create the change you desire. Alright, so pile number 1, I hope this reading was helpful and you got the message and you got the clarity through this reading. So I'm just going to end it here, and I'll see you guys in my next videos. If you are subscribing and commenting, you'll definitely see it. And yeah, for now, it's a goodbye, and take care of yourself and stay healthy. Hello, pile number 2. If you guys chose the 7 of Cups, this card over here, this is going to be your reading for what you need to hear right now. So if you picked this card or resonated with the 7 of Cups or this man over here, then I just want to say, like, I picked out this card to get your past or the energies that are currently surrounding you, so you can know that this is your pile and you're going through the situations, and then you can get the clarity, the advice, and so forth. With the 7 of Cups being the energy, I do feel like you guys could have been presented again with a lot of opportunity. This card over here, this 7 Cups, and this man has to choose. And I feel like you guys are confused. I think, like, for some of you guys, this card also talks about illusions, I would want to say. And you guys got to be a bit careful when you pick, right? So it could be a fear that you might get the wrong stuff done, or it could be confusion and you don't know. Sometimes when we're presented with so many options in our life, our brain definitely goes dead. It is like, I cannot handle so much duty on myself, I need to shut down for a while. And that happens, and I do feel like because of that, there could be energies of confusion and being a little frustrated, knowing like you don't know what to do with it. So I do feel like this could be an advice that you guys need. I do feel like you guys are, you can see there are clouds over here in this image that I'm able, and also looking at this card, there's snake and ladder, and this reminded me of the game I used to play, the snake and ladder, and you have to reach the top, and that's when you win. But you gotta be very careful that you don't get a snake. So I think like that could be significant. If you guys have ever played that, you know, you can know and you can relate a bit with that game. That game is coming up for you guys, and I don't know. So it could also be like you guys need to make a decision, like in your love life, like do I have to choose my love or do I have to choose the career? And that could be very confusing as well. If you don't know, like, especially both of those aspects in our life are important, right? And I would definitely, so let's just get advice for you guys and let's just see. But I'll just see what needs to come out with the tarot, so I'll just shuffle the tarot for you guys. And pile number 2, spirit guide or their higher self, I'm going to be channeling their messages. Also smell a shuffle, or sometimes, you know, I can be a little chaotic, and I just ruined the setup because my eyes are closed. So pardon me for that, and let's just get started. And again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. My only aim in every reading is that you guys get clarity and you guys can move forward in your path. Also, when I say like tarot readings, I always get confirming. So if you're like, yeah, I know this feeling before, then trust it. It is like your guides and your intuition trying to tell you something. So definitely, yeah, you might be getting all sort of thoughts looking at the 7 of Cups. Also, it is like the options. Also, be careful with the options, because I don't know why I said that, but because it is glamorous, you know? There could be glam in some cups, and then you find out it's the ugly cup. It was just like glitter coated, and that's why it looked like gold. So this is what my advice, like when you're doing, definitely be careful of the snake. Not all glitter are golden, right? That's the thought. That's the metaphor I'm getting. Okay, I did not even answer, and I did not even question, and I got the Queen of Swords. So I'm putting it back. Let's just get. So for pile number 2, can you tell them what they need to hear? Any advice? Their higher self or their spirit guides? I don't know why I said future spouse in my mind, but I don't know. So let's just move forward. Can you give them advice? Let them know what they need to hear. I was thinking Queen of Cups wanted to definitely come out. You can see this is no coincidence. And what are the odds? Tell me, guys. Okay, we got the Mother of Swords as the Queen. And 3 number can be significant. We got the. I'm taking it along because I'm drawn to it. Okay, this is. Okay, telling you guys to follow your heart is important. Again, the Father of Wands could look like he has all the attention and everything. I do feel like if you guys are looking at love and you have options and you're looking at a particular person, like, oh, he's a player, but I don't feel like he could be a player, like, And the Mother of Swords, I don't know, it kind of gives your vibes over here. I don't know if you guys are, but this is a good energy. I would advise you to be in the Mother of Swords energy because she's very analytical and she knows everything, and if she senses any BS, she's gonna cut off. So I do feel like if you feel like, or it could be a person that could be confusing you, right? So if they're like, no, it was this way, it was that way, and your instincts are like, nope, that does not make sense at all, and you feel like you're getting manipulated, trust your gut. Ace of Cups is also, again, trust your heart, trust your gut. That's the message I immediately got when I saw this card. And the Father of Wands, again, the Father of Wands, I don't know why, but it's kind of giving me like a vibe. Like you might see this person as a player, someone that has it all, or someone that has a lot of female friends or male friends, okay? Take it how it resonates to your situation. So it could be like you're looking at something in your perspective. I do feel like you gotta switch and you gotta look at this Mother of Swords lens because she is a BS detector. I would definitely say, and she is analytical. She has that intellect and everything. I would definitely say, like, do your research. If I am getting like a university vibes itself. If you guys are choosing university, okay, I would just say as an advice, like, you can ask your spirit guides. So if you're like, if this is the wrong path, make it difficult for me to get there, and which one is the easy, I'll get it easy anyways, right? So when something is not meant for us, that is definitely going to take a lot hard time, or we would never get it because that's not for us, right? And the one the one we're supposed to get is very easy to get. So I do feel like you guys can relate to that. So if you guys are stuck, use this type of uh, logic to see in the spiritual sense, to know which one is right, because there's option. And I do feel like you're seeing at something like this Father of Wands. Suppose you might see this as a player, someone that is an F-boy or something, but he's not. He could be like really loyal. Or if you're seeing this person as a really glamorous person and he has it all and all that stuff, so be careful as well. It's giving two types of life. So I do feel like for some of you, you guys again have to be careful. The people that have two faces, of course, then definitely be careful of that. And follow your intuition is the message, repeating again and again. I do feel like the Ace of Cups over here, and even the Mother of Swords, is like, she knows. She knows everything. I'm getting that song. She knows. She knows. That type of song. That, I don't know, that's a song even. I've always heard those in reels, okay? So Ace of Cups. I do feel like if you guys have been ignoring someone, or someone that is putting the effort but you're feeling like they're trying to butter you up, that was very specific again, but if they're, just give them a chance, maybe, give them a chance. I do feel like you guys might be missing out on something, so do give that person a chance. Or again, if it's like career related, of course, I would be in the Mother of Swords and see how it goes, and trust your heart. Trust whatever you're getting is for your highest good. is the advice coming through this reading. So can you give more cards? Can you give me one last card for pile number 2? And what advice do you need? Okay. Six of Wands is kind of giving me like, get up. Get up. Don't be in your pajamas. Wear a suit. I don't know. This gives me a lawyer and a very strict vibes. But I'm not telling you to be that critical. But Six of Wands is again going out and having it all, like coming out in a very victorious way after a war, you know. So the advice is again, like, since there's Seven of Cups, you guys have to first of all be careful of gold and stuff that is like, oh, you know, someone that is, again, the Father of Wands can be that. It can be someone that is promoting, showing you a bigger picture, but inside it is nothing. It's like an empty box. So I do feel like you got to be careful. I would suggest, like, whatever you have on your plate, start analyzing them bit by bit in under a microscope. Okay, that's just an example. You don't have to buy a microscope. I don't know. Some people literally do those stuff. And okay, that was a joke, but it is again seeing the micro details and then picking it. So again, if you detect any errors, any miscommunication, it would be very easy for you to pick your path. And I do feel like, again, whatever path you pick, pile number 2, it's like an advice again, and like a channel message that whatever path you pick is the right path. Anyways, like, you're always on the right path. But if you feel like this is going to lead me here, then trust your intuition there, because it can be hinting you. Okay, it can be like, oh, sometimes Seven of Cups is like visual thinking. So I think like you need to get out of that and stop it, because again, this is a card of illusion and daydreaming as well. Again, dreams also came up in pile number 1, but if you are not drawn to it, it's okay. But it came out there, and I told them, like, pay attention to your dreams and what is coming through, so you guys can get an idea what your emotions are trying to tell you, right? So pay attention to your nightmares then. Pay attention. I would recommend definitely journaling your emotions and seeing how you feel about it, especially, you know, people that watch tarot content, like, you guys know about how intuition and how readings and everything works, so you guys can definitely understand that. But again, with the Mother of Swords, with the Father of Wands, it is like, be careful, because Mother of Swords is again like someone would really be hard and critical on the Father of Wands. And the Father of Wands can be two ways. Either he's showing you something good, or either you're seeing something bad about them, but he's an actual good person. And the Ace of Cups is giving me that intuition vibes, like, trust your intuition, give your intuition another chance. That type of, or maybe it could be like giving it another try. If you have those trial and errors, give it another try, I would say. And Six of Wands is again coming out in a victorious way. I do feel like whatever path you choose, you're gonna come out in a victorious way. And if you're hearing music, I don't know, again, it started, I don't know when it started, but I'm sorry, but I hope I'm audible. It's coming from outside. There's a function going on. So yeah, let's just get some advice from the Moon Oracle for you guys. So I'll take advice, and I'll pull some advice from 3 Oracle decks I'm going to be using today. And also, if you guys like them, I've already noted them down in the description. These are very common. You'll find them on Amazon anyways. So for pile number 2, Spirit, can you give them some advice? Can you give them some advice? Oh my god. That's a lot of advice. I do feel like you guys need to calm your mind down, because I do feel like you guys would combust if you think this much. Again, don't take me seriously. It's like the visions I'm getting, and I do not like what I saw. It's like you guys combusting because you guys are thinking so much. So I feel like you need to calm down as well. Okay. We got Hold Your Vision for you guys. So this card talks about, you know, are you capable of making the thing you manifested, are you capable for that? Do you think you're capable of that? That's the question that always comes up in my mind whenever I see this card. So I'll just keep it here. I'll pull another because I pulled two for pile one, so I'll pull two for you guys as well. Again, it is like self-questioning. This card is like self-questioning that if you're picking this, suppose you pick this career path, so are you capable? Do you feel like you are going to be happy for long term? Or if you're looking at a lover, so it could be like, can I see this to be the potential one? Again, I got future spouse as the word, and I was going to say it, but I was like, why did I even got that? So it could be that you guys could be looking for a serious commitment with somebody, but again, you have a lot of options and you don't know what to do with it. So take it how it resonates with you guys. So again, it's like you guys are analyzing it with the Mother of Swords. This is what it is. Like, don't look at the Father of Wands just because he's looking glamorous and he has all the attention. Do your research as well. That's the answer I would give to you from all the cards. But whatever you're gonna get. Your intuition is trying to hint you already, and then whatever path you're gonna pick, you're gonna come out victorious. So again, take those options or whatever you're getting and try to analyze and try to self-question yourself. Or it could also be like about a person that you guys are seeing. So sometimes we're like, is this person liking us? But sometimes we need to question ourselves. Do I like this person? Do I like this person? Or sometimes priority shifts and we are like, oh, why isn't he giving the attention? But sometimes it is like, do we like them? Do we like them the way we did before? That is the question. So again, self-questioning is coming up for you guys. Get another. Work through your fears. So Seven of Cups could be illusion and you guys could be scared of something. So again, work through, and this is like new moon in Scorpio. So this is again, if you guys are going through like a certain transformation, and when you go through it, I do feel like when you go to spiritual awakenings, you guys, it is confusing and you do not understand why those certain emotion, or suddenly we are like bombarded with so many things. Now that could be emotionally, or that could be like we are pursuing somebody with different lens. So I do feel like, again, sometimes, we want to break up. Let's just take love as an example. Sometimes, like, it could be you guys want to break up, but again, you're looking at it. So I'm getting like, either if, let's just say another person, okay, if the other person wants to break up, but he does not want to leave because he does not want to look like a villain. Okay, villain is the fear over here. He does not want to look like a villain. And so he would treat the lover, he's going to sabotage the relationship. He's going to make the lover feel so bad to a point she's drained and she leaves, okay? And the other person's like, phew, thank goodness. Now, that person can say, oh, she was being dramatic, it was so tough, so they can use that as an excuse, okay? This is, again, not looking at the darker and the shadows of yourself. This is, again, I associate with Ma Kali because she is like ego disillusion. So I do feel like you gotta work through it. You gotta analyze, like, ego can definitely come because Ace of Cups over here is trying to like open your heart, or your heart chakra would be opening up, and it could be really hard, especially if you have gone through a lot of breakups and you guys could feel like, oh, this could be another one. I'm also getting, for some of you, you guys could have that syndrome where, like, if you get a happy moment, you definitely like, oh my god, that means there's something bad definitely gonna come up. I do feel like that could be one of your fears. That's specific, but there is a fear like that, like you guys are scared to be painted somehow or molded or framed in somehow. So guys, like, you need to work through it, and you got to give it a little bit attention. And that's again self-questioning yourself, whether you want it, or do you want to change, or you have the options. It could be like you guys could be confused, like whether to choose it or not, or there's so many overthinking going on. This card can literally represent that. So it is again like, be be like Mother Sword. She's not scared to chop off anybody's head. If she's like, you're messing with her, she's just gonna be like, off with their heads, like that. You eat the tard. I'm getting that Alice Wonderland. Like, did you eat my tards? And that she's not scared to even like tell them, chop off their head. She's not scared of doing that. I think like that is like, they're telling your guys that could be telling like, be fearful, forget how you look, and work through those fears. So I would be also using the chakra oracle so we can get a little bit in depth, like where certain things come up, because there are certain emotions we do not understand why it is coming up. So it could be related to some past memories. And that's why I like this deck. You can get a lot of information out of it. So can you tell something, pile number 2, that they need to know and they need to hear? Spirit or their higher self, can you tell pile number 2 what they need to hear or they need to know at the moment? We got vanity. Oh, vanity is the card of communication. Again, guys, you need to be analytical. This card is like, okay, this is kind of reminding me of my experience that I'm able to relate to. It is like those moments when you want more and there's nothing left. So again, I was in a situation where I wanted some sweet, but I don't know, there was something in me that I was like, no, I'm not gonna have it. And then later I was like, okay, now I'm gonna have it, and it was not there. And actually I enjoyed that sweet, and I was like, oh shit, it's not there anymore. So it is again vanity card. This is again like, enjoy the life. This is the sage just trying to tell you that enjoy the life how it is. You're not gonna get enough. So it could be like you guys being completely disconnected from your own reality and overthinking about something that might not be there yet, and you guys are already thinking about it. So it could be like you guys need to be in the moment and be in the present, because we never know. Like sometimes it can get over, or maybe you never get this opportunity. Maybe like this is a chance where you can jump to another path, but you guys are not choosing it. So it could be like, again, trust your gut, trust your intuition is coming out so strong with the cards that come up. It is like sometimes certain situation can never be enough for us, or sometimes it could be like, this card can also talk about like you trying to master everything at once. But again, you're not gonna be like perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. But again, it is like, because of all this, either you are avoiding something in your life. It could be communication, it could be emotions. This chakra is about communication, and you're avoiding it, and this is the best time, and then you're like, oh, I wish I could go back and fix it, you know get another advice. You got workaholic. Okay, these both are from the same chakras. Again, I was talking about like missing out on something right before, and this is the card again, missing out the fun. This blueberry over here is so much into like being isolated and alone, and just does not want to be social enough. you know it could be that you guys could be scared to say something, and that's the fear you guys would have. And this is again the source. The only reason I pull out this oracle for this reading is because these cards can tell you where you need to heal. And the blue chakra is associated with communication. It is the throat chakra. So I do feel like you guys could have throat blockages. I do feel like intuitively you could be knowing things, but at the same time you're not speaking up. So again, why do you guys have to like sit down and just be? Like, you guys have to also enjoy your life. You need to go out. And I was getting touch some grass. I don't know, but yeah, it could be like you guys could be in your bed all day just working. I do feel like you guys need to go out, because again, you guys have the opportunity, and it's like being called out. Like, if you're like, oh my god, nobody's going to agree with me to go on somewhere or do this, it could be that that's the reason why you guys have been like not talking about it. You know, this chakra reflects on how we relate the world. So it is again like you guys relating all of this is so resonating with the Seven of Cups that you guys are in. It is like you guys are perceiving the world in a very like illusion, but it is not the way it looks like, right? It's again, there are two faces or three or five, you know, and you gotta be very careful. You gotta embody that mother source that is like detecting and doing those micro observation in people. And this is again, these two cards talk about like, hey, go out, have fun, have party, and do all those things that maybe it could be like your guides are trying to tell you, hey, you're just lazy laying down in your bed. I'm sorry if you are like watching this video and just laying down in your bed, but it is like, get up and go to the gym. And of course, it's been a long time and you haven't gone to the gym. Of course, it's going to be so shocking for our body to like see all the machines, and it is very intimidating to look at the other people that are already fit and you guys feel like they're judging you, but that's not the way. They're just there to mind their own business and just do the exercises and go, and they could be distracted in their own thoughts, but you guys are projecting onto it to yourself. That is again with the workaholic energy, like you need to like look out. And it's again with the vanity card, it resonates perfectly that, you know, it's the good time to do it. Whatever the time you have right now, it's a good time to do something that you guys have been avoiding, and you need to be honest to yourself. Okay, so and again, this chakra, the throat chakra, and this deck, it is like, it means that you will not get what you ask for, but you will get who you are, and reflected back to you is something I remember in the book. It is like you guys would definitely find yourself, and you guys are going to liberate more. You know, you're gonna liberate and get out of your chain and stuff. So to end this reading, now I'm going to take out the angel numbers for you guys, and let's shuffle them. I also pull two cards from this, and if you haven't seen angel numbers, you know, you can Google it out and keep in mind, because that's the way our spirit guides, they try to communicate and try to hint us something that is within us. And I'm suddenly hearing that 432 hertz. So it could be like an advice that you guys need to hear. I'm also hearing the bell in my head, which is in temples, like the temples we go. So I do feel like if you guys need to reach out to any temple that you know and pray. And I do feel like when I go to temple, I get a really positive energy. So it is again, when we go to temples, or when we go to, you know, in your religion, take it how it is. When we go there, we leave our negative energy and we take that positive energy and we go. There is a temple in my religion, but I do not remember it. And it is again, you offer your negative emotion and you just go back with the positive and leave it, those negative energy over there. I don't know if you guys have been consulted to visit some sort of temples or any church, just go for it. It could be really good for your spiritual body. And it would definitely clear up a lot of your overthinking and judgment. Or you guys could be called out, but you guys are again like, I have work and I cannot do it. Or it is like you guys are like, I'm lazy, I cannot do it. Can you give some pile number 2? Can you give them angel numbers? Okay. We got keep going. This is 938. This is perseverance, strength, guidance, resilience, success, and endurance. The angels are proud of your resilience and efforts. They are sending you strength and guiding you through the challenges towards success and prosperity. In what area of my life do I need to keep pushing forward, and how can I remind myself of my progress and stay motivated? Celebrate your small victories and progress. Take one step at a time towards your goal, and remind yourself that you are supported and capable of overcoming obstacles. So this is again a reminder for you guys to like self-question yourself. I do feel like you're gonna get answers. This is like the Murphy's Law. The Murphy's Law. That there's this song, and it just came out in my head, and that's why I said it. If I get it, I'll just link it in the description. Another card for my pile number 2s, so that they understand. We got 000, and that's the card of reflect. Honestly, you need to reflect, and this is about soul journey, inner reflection, alignment, infinite possibility, mindfulness, and contemplation. Take the time to reflect your soul's journey. You're a part of an infinite universe where all things are possible. Clear your mind, realign with your thoughts, and rediscover your purpose. How can I reconnect with my soul's journey, and what step can I take to realign with my infinite possibilities of the universe? Spend a few minutes today in a quiet reflection, meditate, or write about your thoughts and feelings to gain clarity on your current path. So, pile number 2, that's all I have for you today in this reading. I hope this reading brought you clarity, and I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you for watching, and if you like my style of reading, you can consider subscribing, commenting down below how it helped you, so that it can also reach to my soul family and all the other light workers and empaths and the people who need. So do share, and I'll see you guys in the next cricket card reading. So till then, take care of yourself and stay healthy. Hello, pile number 3. If you guys chose or resonated with the 9 of Swords card over here, then this is going to be your reading on what you need to hear. And I'll do my best to provide the channel messages from your guides and from your higher self. So all you gotta do is just relax, sit down, and listen to the reading. Also, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, use your own intuition and your own judgment, and let's just get started. So I pulled out this card specifically just to see what energies are you guys surrounded, or your energy as such in the past, or maybe it is currently. So if you were like able to feel and you're able to relate, then this is going to be your pile, and then you'll get the advice, and I'll shuffle tarot and I'll shuffle the oracles. 9 of Swords is again a very heavy card. It is like having anxiety, having, I got the word mental illnesses, so if you have and you can relate to that, take it. And I'm also, again, there's this bird that is translucent, and again, she is mourning, she is grieving for a loss. So I don't know, I'm getting like a vibe that you guys got a terrible breakup. Okay, it does not have to be, but it is like grieving. It could also be like you guys got rejected in a job, or felt a bit humiliated somewhere. And it is kind of like, or this could be like your memories from the past traumas in your life currently that you guys have been facing. Or again, if you're able to relate to pile number 1, because over there it was like kind of the same energy, but it was not this intense like it is in pile number 3. Like I feel very heavy on my shoulders. I can sense a little breathlessness and a little headache. So I don't know, you guys, like if you are in that energy, I would just really advise to take care of yourself and come back to this reading when you feel nice, okay? But overall, this could be like you lost, I'm getting like you lost a puppy as well. Like if you had a pet and you lost it, I'm so sorry for that, but it's like you guys are grieving over something. And I would definitely tell, if you are in this energy, be it, remove it. Cry, crying helps, even sleeping helps. I do feel like if you guys have nightmares, I would never advise you guys to take substances, first of all. Never ever. It just disturbs the balance in the body and in the spiritual sense. It makes your energy scatter. That's why, it is advised to not take substances and whatsoever until like you guys are stable. But if you guys have been taking it a lot, then I would really advise like slow it down. Okay, like it is affecting. And yeah, I would, if you're able to resonate with this, then I'll just shuffle the tarot for you guys. I always clean the energies, by the way, so don't worry about it, you'll get the cards. So let's just get straight into the advice. Okay. The cards are kinda shuffling in that way, so sorry for that. Also, my eyes are closed and I'm channeling sometimes, so I'm sorry if I get chaotic. I don't know what I'm doing. So if I dismantle something, please pardon me. Can you give some advice to pile number 3? This is Six of Cups. Again, this is kind of relating to like the childhood traumas that I was getting earlier in my. It's like a child crying, and I don't like it. What I'm seeing. Please, Spirit, give me something else, okay? You can definitely relate to pile number 1. So if you were drawn to it, you can watch it, and if you're not, it's okay. But the Six of Cups is again about being nostalgic. So again, it's kind of giving me a vibe that you guys got a bad breakup, and you invested so much energy in that, and now it is like that person left you, or it was hard for you to leave that person. Alright, I'm sorry guys. I got a call, and that's the reason I had to leave her a bit. Okay, tapping back onto your energy. Now, I don't know if you guys are like into your 50s or something, but that's also kind of a vibe I'm getting. And I kind of understand. I'm not there yet, but it's still. There's this poem on the Shakespeare that I read when I was in 10th grade, and it did talk about how difficult the older age gets, especially when you start forgetting the memories and everything. So I don't know what the situation is, but it is kind of like hectic and emotionally very draining, and leaving you in a very chaotic energy. And I feel like the Six of Cups over here, again, I'm getting the card from this deck. In this deck, the Six of Cups, that person had a dog. That person had a dog, and that person and the dog also aged together. So it could be like you guys really lost someone that was close to you, or something that you have invested for a long time, and it kind of got, I don't know, but it ended. And God, it's kind of hard. And I'm just trying not to be emotional because I'm getting a little bit of those like sad visions of someone mourning. So I don't know. It can also be related to your childhood traumas, or it could be something that you definitely do not appreciate. And the Six of Cups is again like, it kind of makes me feel it could be haunting you. And the Six of Cups is giving me like your spirit guides are coming and telling like, if this is a lost person, definitely it could be like them as well being with you, but I'm getting like whatever this is, you guys are safe and protected. You guys can understand that. And I'm getting a message like, allow yourself to like cry, to get these emotions out of your body. You know, if you're like reminiscing and missing somebody, like, so it be, you don't have to force yourself. Like, let it go. I do feel like for some of you, if you're energetically hung up on somebody, code cutting can be one solution I can give to you. You can do that, especially if you have tried many ways to forget something. And let me just tell you, when you forget and you try to forget, it's just going to create fogginess, because we learn through pain in our life, and we need to understand that we are learning lessons on earth. So if you forget it, it's going to cause more problem in future, because you're bottling it down, and you're trying to forget it, so it kind of creates a bit fogginess in your head. And it kind of, so I do feel like you guys are reminiscing, and I'm just getting the message, do it and clean it like you're supposed to do it. And if somebody's telling you to stop to do, like, no, I'm just getting a message like, just go and process these emotions, especially if you're able to relate. Okay, if you're not, and like, this is not my energy, then you can just pick another pile. You also got the Five of Wands for you guys. Okay, this is again a card of overthinking, having inner conflict, and this is again kind of reminding me of the inner child. So I do feel like you guys really need to look forward and see whatever you went through. I do feel like you guys have been through a childhood, and like some experiences are still like conflicting within your body. And I do feel like if you feel angry about it, be angry about it. Put those emotions out. And you do not have to be like a nice and all loving all the time. No, like if someone is doing something to you and you do not like it, you have the full permission to express those emotions. You do not have to listen to everybody, especially if somebody is trying to is telling you something. I do feel like if you guys are in a relationship with somebody and this person is making you feel this way, girl, you gotta understand that this person is manipulating you in some ways, and it's the reason you guys are perfect. Even if not everybody's perfect, but you guys are perfect where you are. But you need to understand that these emotions do not belong to you. Or if somebody's like trauma dumping you as well, you gotta understand that these emotions are not yours to process. And if you're going through something painful, just know that you need to let these emotions out. Like if you're angry, if you're sad, you're missing, you need to do not suppress these type of emotions, because again, it becomes a long hood type of trauma. So do not like remove those energies. You're called to remove it. And it's okay to feel this way. It's okay, and everybody goes through this. Not comparing, but they do. And me personally, I have went through this. I would say like do it. Do cry, do go to therapy. Do not listen to anybody, of course. Listen to yourself at this point, and listen to the thoughts that are running into your head and try to understand them. Be kinder to yourself, first of all, in the situation and whatever you're going through. Do not be self-critical. And I do feel like you guys could be in a very aggressive state because of the Five of Wands being the energy here. Okay, I just put them down because I wasn't asking for the cards. So now I'll ask, can you give them more advice? What do pile need to hear? Okay, Mother of Swords wanted to come out, and she came out in pile number 1. Okay, and you saw it. Like, she wanted to come out, and I was like, there were more 3 cards with her, so I was like, give me one. If she wants to come out, she'll come out, you know? Mother of Swords, again, is somebody that, not emotionally so cold, but, you know, she is aware. She's aware of her words. She's aware of her emotional and mental presence. And if someone is messing with her, she's obviously going to cut them off. And again, if you were drawn to pile number 1, then you should go back to it and watch, because there are messages for you there. And if you're not, that is totally fine. You don't have to go back. And Mother of Swords is again like, it's kind of giving me like in reverse type of energy. It didn't come out reverse, but it's kind of giving me. So if you guys have been like too self-critical, trying to fit in and all this stuff, and people are trying to tell you like do this and do that, I just want to say like you don't have to listen, and you try to listen to yourself, because I do feel like if you are ignoring this part of yourself right now, it's going to cause long-term problems. So whatever it is, try to embrace, try to like open up. I would recommend opening up and socializing. Do not isolate yourself at this point. Do not be scared to approach and talk. I do feel like for you guys are seeing other people as the Queen of Swords. Like they're gonna judge you, they're gonna be pointy, and they're gonna put their needles down on you. No, they're not gonna do that. I feel like it is you guys at this moment seeing it, but I do feel like the world is, you know, you would never understand it. You cannot know what someone is thinking, right? So I do feel like you guys need to open up. And if you do not want to open up, that is also fine. Like you can give yourself time. You don't have to listen to if someone is poking you, okay? And this Mother of Swords is kind of giving me a lot of feminine vibes. It could be a mother for real. It could be like a mother. I don't want to talk about mothers in a negative sense. Of course, mothers are mothers, but sometimes, you know, they also go through something and they kind of put it on to their children's. And I'm also seeing like I'm getting narcissistic type of mothers, okay? But I don't want to say, but still, if it's not that case, then do not take it anyways. But if it's the case, then do take it, because I do feel like someone is being narcissistic over here, and you guys could be telling them, but then also, and that's why it puts you in this Nine of Swords stage where you feel alone and you get nightmares of it. But if you guys are isolated and you have been like in this energy for a long time, I would recommend to go out and not be scared. You know, you give them something more to know. Spirit. We got the Empress, another energy that is, oh my god, are you guys like postpartum or something? Because the Empress is about fertility, it does go there. And with the Nine of Swords, if I'm trying to relate these two cards, it is giving me like you guys could be postpartum. And I'm sorry if you guys are like dealing this alone and there's no one taking care of, or you have a really careless man or a careless woman. I won't say a woman because women go through it. I feel like you guys could be in that stage, and that's the reason why you can feel so much. So I would just recommend that, guys, it's okay. I'll just hug and tell you like, no, it's fine. It's not what you think. I do feel like you guys could be pursuing. It could also be like a mother-in-law energy coming in, and she's treating you this way. But I just want to say, like, please do not let those negative emotions get control of you. And especially not all your thoughts are your thoughts, right? I said this in pile number 1, and I'll say it here as well. Like, not all your thoughts are your thoughts. Sometimes it is coming from a past experience. And if I'm talking in spiritual energetical sense, like when we're in a low vibration, we do tend to attract some negative entities around us, and they do sometimes come and whisper something that is not the situation at all, and they can try to like put you down. Sometimes it happens. So I would definitely give that advice here. I would say, like, I do feel like you guys are really vulnerable at this time because we do have the Six of Cups and children. Children are also coming in. The Empress and the Six of Cups, they both have children as well. And or it is again relating me to that puppy that was coming in my vision, that you lost a puppy. And it is kind of giving me those vibes that if you're going through it, or maybe you could have lost a child, a miscarriage is coming in as well. Again, these two cards are giving me reversal signs. Okay, they're giving me reversed energy signs over here energetically. It could be the case, but I would just say, like, you guys are strong, especially if you guys single mothers. Why did that came out there? Anyways, take it how it resonates. I feel like this is a harsh environment that you're in, and it's not treating you good. Okay, it's not, and the situation is definitely, it's worse over here, especially in your own mental health. It's reflecting it kind of badly. I would say, like, the Empress again is kind of like expansion, and she's connected to herself, right? I would say, like, please try to connect to yourself and not listen to everybody. I would also go on and say take therapy, because again, if you're like postpartum or something, definitely please be aware of what you're going through, especially if you have a child. That feminine energy is kind of strong over here. So if you're like dealing with somebody that is kind of being cruel and not being understanding, it could be like you guys are again in a depressive state, first of all, so it can make you feel that way. And the Empress over here also is like giving me something. You guys could have motherhood trauma or mommy issues or daddy issues also. Okay, if you have that, I do feel like this situation is very, very tough. First of all, I would say you guys are so strong to even deal with it, and I would give you a hug. And if you want to cry, I would have been there presently if I could. I would have definitely hugged you guys, and I would have told that he listened, and I would have given this all advice staying. But anyways, know that you're not alone. You have your spirit guides, and I feel like you have a lot of spirit guides. There's a lot of spirit guides energy over here as well. And I feel like she's also a feminine type of archetype, where she could be trying to comfort you. I'm getting like a bubbly type of vibe from the guide, whoever is here, and it's kind of like If for some of you, if you want like to go back into your childhood and something like that, that also came up again in pile number one. So do not be ashamed, just go back and enjoy. It can literally help you to heal. My also advice is like, if you guys have been sleeping a lot, it's a good sign that you're healing. So I would definitely recommend the good healing process that I love is sleep and have a lot of sleep. Okay, that helps. And I would also say, like with the Empress over here, be kinder to yourself at this point in life, because it is, again, be kinder, try to embrace your emotions. And if you're angry, you want to crash out, do it. If people are going to perceive you rude, so it be, like you are also a human being, right? You have emotions and you feel things, and I don't think like you need to create an energetical blockage where you guys are trying to forget and you are causing more and more pressure onto yourself. Okay, so let's just get some advice for you guys in the moon deck that we have. This could literally be, again, it's so strong about mothers and postpartum depressions and everything that is coming up from this pile. And if you are going through this, girl, it is so tough. I'm not even there at that point in my life, but I can tell by the energy, it is so draining and it is so difficult. Like, I would definitely recommend, like, you guys just be social with your family members, at least, like the one that understand you, like a sibling or a cousin. And if you do not have and you're alone, go online, go to some like online games and try to communicate to other people. That also helps. There are sympathetic people out there that can help you. You can go there and you can talk, or you can go online and share, and people are going to comfort you. There are good people. I want to say that as well. There are good people in this world. They're not all bad. Can you give them some advice? You got look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Now, you guys could be like a Sagittarius as a star sign. It does not have to be, or you can be a Gemini, Aquarius. Um, Full moon, and look at the bigger picture. This is again a calling that whatever you're seeing, pile number three, it is not the way it is. Definitely, you guys are driven by emotions. The advice is like, get it out, take therapy, take some time. If you're like constantly online, stop doing that. Okay, like really constantly, but if you're like completely alone and you don't have anybody, I would definitely recommend to like go online and talk to people, talk to strangers. It really helps. And there is going to be someone that's going to care. Like, the world is not fully evil, and there are people that are believers of doing good things and good deeds. Look at the bigger picture. There's like a message over here that, you know, not everything is bad. Like I said, not everything is bad. There are good people. And you gotta look at the bigger picture and try to look at the bigger picture, of course. And I know it can be hard, and your brain is gonna be like, oh, but we went through this. But I would really recommend to try to distract your mind from that. Especially our mind does not know our reality. Just to let you know that whatever we think, like even our daydreams, even if our mind pursue it to be as reality. So one thing that I would really recommend is to try to like go and especially at this time, try doing manifestations and try like looking at positive things. Now I'm getting like seeing nature, like you could be called to go out in nature, sit, or I'm getting like in online, like you guys could be try to look at children's, look at children's, try to learn from children's, you know or if a child is coming and telling you something, children's are open to like energetical fields, and they like as an adult they don't overthink. So if your guys are trying to communicate to that child and they're telling you something, maybe it could be like, oh, you look so beautiful today. Even if you don't feel like it, just trust it. It could be like a message from your own guides trying to tell you like, hey, you're beautiful, you went through all this, you're worthy. One experience does not define the whole life, and of course it does not define you, you define yourself. Let's get another card. We have your commitments are being tested. So this could be again like a spiritual awakening where things that you pursued in your life are going to be like long lasting, or you are like, this is going to be my long-term goal, but that falls off. This is again like a spiritual awakening. This could literally be like divine trying to protect you. Again, divine rejection is protection. Remember that. And this is like you're being tested and they're trying. I feel like you guys are spiritually a lot opening up, and this is like just a phase in life, guys. I just want to say that as well. And you're gonna get through this anyway. Like, I believe in you guys. Like, this is just a short period of time. Like, of course it's gonna take months, and so it'd be years, so it'd be months, and you know your situation way better than anybody else. And do not avoid that, please. Like, please try to embrace that part of yourself, and you're gonna get through this. And your guides love you. Our guides always are gonna love us. They don't have like a human perception like the way we think. They love you no matter how you are, and they're guiding and helping you always. So now I'm gonna pull out the chakra oracle so we can see sometimes. Okay, I just want to say, like, this card over here, this card, the grief card, this card was coming up in my mind, and you can see there's a lost puppy over here, and this is again a card about grief. Okay, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna pull out two cards for you. Again, this woman was also told by people, like, stop crying, stop doing, but this woman chose to embrace these emotions because, first of all, again, this dog and her have been through a lot situation together, and it is like having a good bond and suddenly you lost it. Of course, that is so despairing, and there's a lot of sadness. But again, this woman decided to process her emotions, and when she did that, that's when she fully opened up and she embraced that empress energy in her life. You know, she was okay later, but she took her time and she cried and she read and she did everything. She led all those stages, she gone through all those stages, and that's when she became stable. So you guys got to know. And I was getting this card in my head um, many times, but I was like, I'll just remove this card when I'm at that point of the reading. So, Spirit, what they need to know. And the green card, what was the green card in chakras? It's an earth. Wait, I'll just look at. Wait, let me remember. But first, let me get those two cards for you. Can you give them advice? Can you give pile number 3 some? Okay, I just want to say. Oh, okay. This card also came in pile number 1, and it's coming out here again. So I don't know if pile number 1 people are watching this pile as well. Okay. We got joy, and it flew out. You can see it flew out. Again, this card is like, this woman is dancing, and she's dancing for no reason. There's no reason to celebrate. There's no reason to like dance and anything. But this woman is choosing joy. She's choosing joy and she's dancing. There's a lot of sunflower over here as well. Yellow card is again about solar plexus, that talks about our desires, that talks about choosing and trusting, and pursuing what we want. So it is again like you guys could be asking that you do not need to choose this sad energy as well. Like you guys could be, oh, I'm getting belly dancing, and belly dancing is so healing. I have seen memes where people are like literally shaking their hips in a very wild way so that they can get their trauma out. And I got belly dancing. Belly dancing is very healing for a woman. Like our hips, hips don't lie. It's coming by Shakira. And you can listen to that song and you can start dancing. Dance for no reason, guys. Again, it is like you choose the emotion. Choose. Again, the word choose is coming. You choose to go through all the stages, and you also choose the happiness as well. Like, you do not need to be depressed. You do not choose depression, first of all. You do not. You don't do it. You just grieve and you forgive and you move on, right? That's how healing is done. And of course it's painful, but again, it's like choosing joy over anything as well. Like if you guys have been or getting distracted by those thoughts again and again, it's haunting you, just choose and just dance, just distract yourself, distract your energy, distract your mind from it by doing something you love. It's again a message. Let me get another card. We got confusion. Okay, again, it can be so relatable to the situation if I say it. Again, it is, again, this woman is overthinking, and she's like, will I get with this lover? Will I see it? Will I not? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of thoughts. But again, she decided to like choose herself, put herself in the situation, and she came out victoriously, and she got a beautiful view of the village. That's the story of it. Like she decided to like go for it and not have like those perceptions of like, oh, it's gonna look bad, it's gonna look good, you know. It's like she went for it and she got a very fruitful outlook. So it is again like choose yourself, and you're gonna get that fruitful outcome. And that's the message of the bigger picture and everything. So now I'll shuffle the angel number card for you guys to see what's coming up. And we got two cards fall out, but I'm not taking it. Again, number 3 was significant in pile 1. And again, I pulled out 3 cards for you, and there were 3 cards coming out. Can you give advice to pile number 3? And we got 2 cards already. We got science, messages, guidance, intuition. This is 4442. And awareness, abundance, and signs. Stay alert for signs and messages around you. Again, spirit guides communicate to angel numbers, and it's kind of different when you look at a clock and when you look at the phone or a car, you know, in a car plate. You know, just look out for it, because I discovered that every meaning, like on the clock, it means something different, and on the 24-hour, it means something. Like I would recommend doing and searching for that. That's how our spirit guide communicates. So science came out for sure. I think like because of all this, I feel like you are disconnected from yourself, and you got disconnected from your guides. And we also got focus on yourself first, number 1. Okay, so stay alert for signs and messages by tuning into divine energies. You will be guided towards manifesting abundance and prosperity. That's like being in the Empress energy. And again, I want to say like messages repeating, like it's just a phase in life and you'll get through it. Like many people have, and so can you, you know. What signs or message have I been receiving lately? How can I stay more attuned with divine guidance in my life daily? Keep a journal to note any recurring signs or messages you encounter. That could be also like sometimes music playing suddenly and there are messages, you know. Trust your intuition and let it guide your decision, knowing that divine energies are supporting you. Focus on self first, independence, confidence, authenticity, new beginning, and self-pursuit. Focus on self versus number 1. This is your time to focus on self, embrace your independence, and stand confidently in your truth. Again, guys, do not be hesitant and do not suppress anything, and unapologetically be you. New beginnings are on horizon, making this perfect moment to start fresh and pursue your dreams with renewed energy. What steps can I take to honor my independence and stay to myself? Take time today to set clear intentions for new beginnings in your life. Focus on what truly matters to you and take one small step towards achieving it. And what I'm getting is like if you guys are angry, you guys can be angry. Like do not suppress it. It is like unapologetically be you, right? So choose all the emotions that you're feeling, you know. Do not block it. So that's all I have for you, pile number 3. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope this guided you in a lighter energy or made you feel a little nice about yourself. And if you like my style of reading, consider subscribing. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can. And like the video and also comment down if you want to. And I'll see you guys in the next pick a card reading. So till then, take care of yourself and stay healthy. So pile number 4, if you guys chose this card, that is the Page of Cups, then this is going to be your reading on what you need to hear. And yeah, welcome to your reading. And I'll just channel the messages, get the cards out for you. You just have to simply relax and listen and take what resonates and leave the rest. So, and again, whatever is coming out and you have been getting in your gut, do take it, because tarot readings are supposed to be gut confirming and something that you know, but you're not able to like trust, of course, logically, and it is like our intuition trying to speak. Okay, so when I'm looking at the Page of Cups as the energy of you guys, because I pick specifically the Page of Cups for you guys, the card to see if your past or your current energies over here. Page of Cups is, again, someone that is creative. You guys could be an artist, you guys could be a musician, and someone that is still learning. So it kind of gives me youthful vibes. Or even if you're not, you still are somebody that is eager to learn and is open to it. And the energy is overall good. And I just feel like you guys are here for like general advice, how like you guys are interested to know what you guys want to say, like those daily ritual stuff. That's what I'm able to pick up from you guys, and that's the energy I'm getting. I do feel like for some of you, if you guys are pursuing something, you guys would want to know like how that outcome is going to be. So I will pull out those cards if you guys, it's very specific. So if you are thinking about it, you can take that message. It also could be, again, daydreaming. This card is also about daydreaming about a lover, daydreaming about getting something that you wish, like you wishfully desire. It could be that you guys are into that energy. And I do feel like if you guys are in that energy, and it could be that you guys could be ignoring some important signs. I'm getting that. Okay, so let's just get some tarot cards. I'm not getting much for this pile. It's just like, yeah, what's up for today? It's like you guys are very spiritual. I am getting that. And you guys are like, okay, what do my guides want me to say? You know what they would want me to know. So let's get started with your readings. So angels and their spirit guides, their higher self, can you give them what they need to hear or what they need to know? Give them guidance and blessings. You got the Magician. Okay, this card is about potential. This card talks about potential. So if you guys have been in a situation where you kind of feel iffy about something and you're like, will this work out? And it is like you have all the tools, you can make it. Like, it is like whatever you wish and desire, you can manifest it into your own life. So I do feel like for some of you, you guys could be like, thinking about something new, or you could be new to this. Like, you could have recently discovered the tarot community. I don't know, but it is giving me like fresher vibes, beginner vibes for some of you. And the Magician card is about like, or it could literally be with the Page of Cups, like you guys are manifesting something right now. I do feel like you guys have all the tools and the abilities, the craftsmanship. Whatever you guys do, you have the ability to do and get where you want, you get where you manifest, because you have it. You have it all. And this is the main card. Like, this is Major Arcana. I always see this to be the influencing energy in any spread or any readings that I do. So it is like a big message. Like, don't overthink if you are, and don't just daydream. Like, you have the skills, you don't have to dream about it, you have it, you can do it. Okay, so you don't have to sabotage if you have been sabotaging. Okay, let's get more cards. What would pile number, if I called you pile number 3, I'm sorry. Also, if I get chaotic, I'm sorry for that because my eyes are closed while I'm shuffling. So if I just mumble something, again, pardon me. Okay. Another major arcana. This is the Empress. Okay, you guys are for like daily tea over here. Kind of feel like I'm in a tea party or something. Let me just give it a little space. I'm really excited, like what's coming up, and I hope people are picking this pile because it is such a good energy, and these are very good messages from your spirit, guys. Again, this is like you have the ability, you have what it needs, you have what the X factor needs, you know. And again, if you guys are a musician, if you guys are taking part in something, or if you're like, I collaborate with some artist or something like that, it is like you have the ability, you have everything, you have the agency, you have everything, you have it, and you can make it, and you can make it in a very beautiful outcome. Okay, and I was getting it. I don't think I need to pull extra cards for that. I am getting it already with the Empress, and the Empress is like beautiful expansion. Okay, this could also be about fertility. So if you guys are like aiming, or if you guys are like, if you guys are in relationship and if you're like, can I have kids, or will I have kids and healthy ones? I don't know if someone has been trying to tell you something odd or negative. I don't think there's anything like that. It's like you guys can. There's a lot of chances you can get it. So if that's not your intention, and if you have been messing around, so be careful. Okay, you don't have to get pregnant, but it's a card of fertility. It is a card about being rounded. It's a card about growth, you know. So it is like if you do it, you're definitely going to get the growth. And it is something, you know, it's like your hard work. Your hard work is paying off. That's what I'm getting from the messages that I'm able to channel. Let's see more. Okay, let me just one card at a time because I'm seeing them as individual messages only. Okay. Can you get, what is okay, Nine of Wands. Okay. Again, I'm getting like, if you guys have been in a situation where you just are daydreaming and you can feel like you cannot do it, you can absolutely do it. I feel like this wall that you put up that you cannot do it, you need to let that wall down. I need to allow it to come in. I feel like you guys have it. Like, you guys have everything, and you don't need to think about it. Like, you can go for it. That's what the message is. It's like confirmation. Like, take the leap of faith. Even though the Fool is not here, but it is, again, the message is coming as like, take the leap of faith, because you have it what it takes. You know, you don't have to sit and daydream about it. Just put those walls down, or those energetical walls down, and just try to grow and expand. Get a little uncomfortable if you are in your comfort zone. Okay, it's a good card, and all the cards are good. I just feel like this card, you just need to put those defensive walls down. Okay, if it's about a relationship going forward, it has a lot of potential. Just don't be too hard on it. Okay. I do feel feminine energy strong here as well. So if you guys have been, this is again kind of relatable to pile 2, but it is like, stop overthinking and just take it. This is again the same message kind of coming up. So if you were drawn to it, you can go and watch it, but if you're not, it's fine. With the Empress over here, it is again kind of making me feel creativity is coming out so strongly. Like, you guys are creative enough to do it. That's what the message is. Like, don't stop yourself. Don't listen. Make your own judgment, guys. You know. Can you give them more? Okay, that's a lot, cards. I don't know, with the Nine of Wands, it's kind of giving me a vibe that you guys could have some failure or disappointment, and that's the reason why you're not able to like pursue it, or you have doubts with that. But I feel like you should not, because the cards are positive and it's like encouraging you to like pursue it, you know? You give them some advice on what they need to know. What does pile 4 need to know? Okay. You guys are stuck. Why? The cards were starting off so good. um Again, with the Page of Cups, it is like you guys are daydreaming about it, you guys want it, but it's like you don't know what the potential outcome can be. And I can reassure you that it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be good, it's gonna be successful, okay? That's what I want to say. Now, this is again because of some past failures or something like that. You guys could have felt, and you guys feel a bit stuck, but you do not realize you have such a good potential here that you guys can go forward for it. If I also feel like if you guys are not seeing it in a current situation, and if you feel stuck, I do feel like over there, put boundaries and jump on here, because you guys have potential to do something big, okay? you guys are you guys are worthy of, being paid, okay? Being paid for how much hard work you put in. If you're working 24/7, you need that amount of money that can bring a lot of comfort and luxury. And I do feel like for some of you, I do feel like you guys are a bit guarded and you guys are energetically stuck. I don't know what it can be, but you know it. It's like a blockage. You guys know it, and I don't know why, but it's coming out that way. It's like you guys being stuck and you're not able to understand how the outcome would be. Again, can be like trust issues. I mean, everybody has it. And it can also be your own mind trying to like tell you that it can happen. Like, it's again overthinking, like this can potentially happen. I do feel like it can be your own thoughts creating all this, rather than, you could be blocking your intuition at this point. Then, it is kind of like, it's kind of giving me again a musician that is super shy to perform on the concert if they're being offered. It is like, again, what would public perceive you? So I do feel like as an artist myself, I do paint and draw, and I love that, and I am a creator as myself. So having this creates a major blockage, even though we have this major good outcome. And it is you that is doing it, and I do feel like your guides are just trying to make you acknowledge that these energies are causing problem. I do feel like you guys could be creating your own thoughts and your own narratives, which are negative. And I feel like you don't need to do that, because you already have what it takes. You don't have to be scared. Okay, let's just get you some moon advice. Moonological deck. This is a good deck to start with for you. I'll pull out 2 cards and I'll get the message. And nice. And there's this one card that fell out on my lap. I'll just take it. Okay, we got this card, and I'll put this out. I feel drawn to this. That's why. Step out of your comfort zone. This again, that reminds me of a shy musician who's very nervous to sing. Okay, I don't know if this is like it's because you were criticized when you were growing up, but it can be. But you guys are stuck as an adult, and I feel like you guys are having a hard time trusting yourself and thinking that the tea is going to spill out, even if it's in a steady position. So I do feel like you need to get out of your comfort zone and just make yourself uncomfortable, as I was talking about it in the start. And I feel like there's a rainbow in the horizon. I want to say you guys are just, come on. I would just definitely push you to do it. And I know if you're putting yourself out there is very difficult, but as a person who self have went through this, I can tell you that, listen, like if you are going to think this way, you're gonna get more and more scared. like I'm able to read and do videos now. And the start, I used to have so many, like, I used to doubt myself all the time, like, because doing the readings over here, I don't know what situation you guys are in, but and I was like, what am I even talking? Is this gonna resonate? I was so doubtful and I was super scared. And this is the reason I have not uploaded those videos, but I used to get a little scared that people are not gonna like me. They're not gonna see me as a reader. They're gonna see me as someone who just wants views and all. Because I'm an empathic person, and I want people to, I want to spread clarity and awareness, first of all. And now I've let go of those thoughts. I'm kind of like, let's just go with the flow with it. And it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video. I just took a time to take a break and come back. Um, and I used to look at other readers and I used to think like, oh my god, they did it, but how can I do it? It's again an energy. I was so scared to put out myself, and especially as an introvert, I can tell you it's really hard. But now I'm so comfortable channeling and telling you guys. It took a time, but anyways, it took a time. I don't know why I went British. I don't know why I went there. Anyways, I do feel like you guys could slip out. Maybe that's why you're scared. But it's again, embrace it, guys. When you embrace it, I would give you Michael Jackson advice. Since he grew up starting young, and he was also scared that his father is, of course, he was strict and he used to beat his ass, but again, it was like, doing mistakes again and again. He was able to manipulate and show it that, people never knew that he was doing those mistakes. People saw him as like the god of music, and people used to faint and go crazy. And he knew that he messed up, but nobody noticed it. So we can never tell. He learned that. He learned that by opening up and going out and doing all this. He was open. So I do feel like you guys need to be open. You guys need to practice. It's going to be very uncomfortable, but you need to do it if you want to be successful, and if you want to be in that reality that you guys are manifesting and you guys are imagining about it, okay? Let's take out this. I was wrong. It's time to take action, baby. You need to take action. That's a new moon in Aries. And Aries is also like, Aries people, you guys are not scared to take any actions. I think like this is like a fierce. I do feel like if you guys are Aries, then why are you blocking yourself that way? Like, you guys are so good in whatever you do. And that does not have to only apply to the Aries. It is applicable to all. Like, you do not need to sit in your comfort zone, and take your time, for sure. Do take your time, and then take those actions whenever you're ready. It is also like, you can, with the Nine of Wands over here, you guys can take your time, but do not be defensive and do not reject it. Do not reject if there's something good coming up, because there's always something good to learn whenever you're going out and learning. And I do feel like you do have a mental blockage and a mental fear of like being judged. So I do feel like that's why you guys are like, I'm not gonna move out of my bed, but you have to take a bath. You need to get out of it, and in order to go and take a bath, you gotta get up. You gotta get up and take that action, right? That's just one of the lamest example, but that's how I want to put the message out there. So yeah, this is like a very encouraging pile to just like take the action. You don't need to worry about it. Like, the rest, leave it to the universe. Leave it to the universe. The universe is gonna give you what you need, okay? And trust it. Trust it. Trust and believe. That's how you can go about it. Can you? Okay. This deck is kind of good. You guys can know what type of blockage you have in what chakra, and I do think like you can meditate on it, and you can practice that meditation. And there are a lot of videos online that you can go and practice. Okay. Can you tell pile number 4? Can you give them advice? And we have the victim card. Not surprised. The victim card over here is, again, both of them fighting for that nut. That's not a nut. Yeah, that's a nut. But again, the victim is over here. I don't think like, I don't know why, but it's kind of relating to you guys' vibe. It is like a promise, that one person, I know the story of this green dragon and this squirrel that is trying to take its food. It is like autumn already and they are collecting their food, but the dragon was like, no, this is my property. I was already having the rights on it, on this nut, and that's the victim. I don't think in this situation anybody is the victim, but the nut is pursuing himself as a victim. That's another thing, like you guys are projecting on that. It's a card of protection. Let me just read out the book because the story is a bit confusing, but I would want to say like you guys are not the victim of anything over here. Gossip. Again, that's artist vibe. Okay, this is about heart chakra. Okay. I do feel like I would want to pull out another card for you guys. I feel called to do it. Oh, another artist card. Rejection. This is again the energy that I was able to pick up, and I was telling you like you guys are shy and you guys might feel humiliated or rejected. Um, I just want to pull out and read this card because I just want to give a clear message. I'm getting a lot. Okay, so I'm not a victim. I choose to do what I'm doing. That's the message of this card. And I was trying to remember. I didn't remember. You know, this is a green acorn story to like. This is again, guys. I do feel like the victim card is again like it is like, oh no, you know, it's always like, oh no, it is raining now. I'll do it another day, but there's no another day. So again, it's a card of choosing to be yourself. Even the gossip card over here, I do feel like for some of you that do have fear and anxiety to open up, this woman over here was criticized for having the way she was criticized and she was having a lot of gossips. But you know, when she died, this woman over here, when she died, people got to know how creative she was, and she had worldly good knowledge than most people, and most people have perceived her badly. But did she care? No, she never cared. She was like, I'm an artist, I'm gonna open up, I don't care what other people have to think. That was her mindset. Again, with the victim card, this being the next card, it is like you're not the victim in this case and you choose what do you do, right? That's the message of this card. So if you choose to pay attention to these two ladies that are judging her, of course, you're gonna go downhill and you're gonna be in this Eight of Swords energy. So that is again a message for you guys to stop looking at it that way. Just be yourself. Again, there's this is a card of spirit guides and you connecting to them. This is our well, this is the first chakra that we have, and this is like the chakra where we connect with the other realms and our spirit guides. Rejection over here, it's again like this man is projecting and thinking that he's going to be rejected, of course, and he decides to not go on that interview. And he did got rejected, guys. He did. But later he got a good commission and he earned a lot of money. And he's an abstract painter. Like, again, if you guys are abstract into thinking and all this stuff, and you guys are a bit like, oh, the society norms and you're going to be judged this way, I mean, you guys are pioneer. Like, that's what I want to say. Like, you guys are pioneer. You guys are supposed to make the change in this world. Like, it is like your spirit guides trying to make you realize that who you are, and you do not need to daydream and just go for it. Like, do not daydream, get out and do it. Get out and do it. That's what they want to say to you. Like, this thing is holding you back. It should not hold you back, first of all. And there's also clouds behind the window that I was paying attention to, and it's kind of giving me confusion. So if you guys are confused, you don't know what the outcome would be, you don't have to choose it. You have to choose yourself, and you got to choose your current timing, and now is the time, you know? You got to do it right now and do not care about the outcome. Don't care what happens. If you get rejected, know that rejection is the divine protection over here, and you guys are meant for better things. But the thing over here is that you guys need to take action. Okay, now I'm gonna pull out angel numbers, and remember that angel numbers are signs, and this is how our spirit guides talk to us. It could also be like via like music and something, but if you're seeing numbers, just take it as a sign that they're trying to communicate something to you and Google out. And if you guys are into that, uh, and if you see any repeating number, then definitely just take it as gut confirming that yep, it meant that way. So okay, the cards are getting flumpy, but okay, let me just get out one card first and let's read it out. So Spirit, can you give pile number 4 the advice that they need? Seek comfort. Oh, this is like step out of comfort. This is 1313. Seek comfort. Comfort, protection, assurance, support, safety, angel, and reassurance. The number 1313 brings special protection from your angels. They want to know that you can seek comfort and safety under their watchful care, okay? As they work extra hard to shield you from any negativity. In what areas of my life do I need extra comfort and protection, and how can I seek it with reassurance of my angels? Take a moment to create a comforting space for yourself, whatever through relaxation techniques and meditation or connecting with a trusted friend. Remember that you are under the care of your angels. So you do not need to worry. You guys are on the right path and go with the flow. Don't think what will happen. Just think about now. Let's give you another card. Okay, we got 2 cards and I'm taking it. Crossroads, 11 and 33. Decision, intuition, guidance, and choice, cat, trust, and direction. If you're at a crossroad and unsure which way to go, this number is a reminder to trust your intuition and follow your gut feelings to guide you through your decision. What key decision am I facing right now, and how can I use my intuition to make my best choice? Take few moments to meditate or reflect quietly. Pay attention to your inner voice and feeling about your choice you make. Trust your intuition to lead you in the right direction. We have 8989, you are worthy, self-worth, belief, empowerment, letting go, confidence, and inner strength. Let go of limiting beliefs that hold you back. When you believe in yourself, you open the doors to possibilities and growth. What limiting beliefs are stopping me from achieving my goals, and how can I begin to believe my own worth? Write down one limiting belief you hold about yourself, then challenge it by writing a positive affirmation. Practice this daily to build your confidence and sense of worth. Okay, so that's all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading and got clarity. And yeah, if you like my style of reading, you can subscribe, comment down below, and give it a like. And you can also follow me through Instagram and support me there. And yeah, take care of yourself and stay healthy. And it's a goodbye for now.